only if it's like, now we have to go and do that.
I remind me.
Because if it's like someone like saying I'm out of town, like, well,
Oh, you're right. I actually done the last one and the second was last November 22nd.
Only because I did it too. Because I was like, where's the stuff? And then I saw the date.
But I'll bring it up.
All right. We're gonna go ahead and recall to order our open meeting, and we'll start with a roll call, please.
Hannah Ernest,
Here.
Smith McDavid,
Present.
Sarah Moses,
Here.
Ariel Owens,
Present.
Jeremy Olson,
Here.
Daisy Ramirez,
Present.
David Seymour, Chance Galen,
Chance did let me know that they would not be here tonight. We will open our meeting with a public hearing on the fiscal year 2022-2023 budget. And this is a procedural act.
You can just say, if anybody wants to comment.
Does anybody want to comment on the fiscal year 2022-2023 budget? Okay, we will now close the public hearing on fiscal year 2022-2023 budget. Thank you. Next, we have public participation and public comment. Members of the public who wish to speak to the board should complete a request card prior to the start of the meeting. This section of the meeting will be reserved for comments from the public. All comments should be limited to 3 minutes. Criticism of individuals is not in order. We do have public comment by Nancy Daly about retired teacher long-term sub-pay. Oh, hi, welcome, thank you.
Hi. I was just coming to let you know, I know there's a proposal coming before you tonight about increasing the pay for retired teachers with the huge teacher shortage. I can only imagine that this would help you and that this would be of your benefit to do this. Being a retired teacher, I know that I was kind of lured into a long-term sub position this year with the promise that this would come to be. So I'm hoping that the board sees it for the benefit it really is, that the students would receive certified qualified instruction from retired teachers.
Thank you. Next we have board correspondence. Does anyone have any committee reports or? Go ahead, sorry.
I attended the SEL meeting yesterday. It was a great meeting. We did a lot of some activities revolving around the goals and initiatives moving forward, so I was happy to participate in that. And I also have a meeting with the Social Justice Committee Thursday. Looking forward to that.
Yes,
I'll be at the Social Justice Committee meeting too, and then last week I went to the Student Parent Handbook Committee, so that was exciting to figure out what our task is for the year, and it was great.
I also had a chance to go to
social
that.
justice?
board members?
Yeah.
Ari and Daisy are on social justice, and you and Daisy are on SEL, right? I think.
Maybe I had it backwards then.
Oh, okay. You're okay though?
Yeah, no,
Okay.
I was like, oh, yeah.
I also attended the handbook committee meeting, and then there was a community conversations following that meeting last week. And I think there were some parents that attended that meeting that are interested in joining. I know Ms. Parker was looking for more parent involvement in the handbook committee, so I'm hopeful that that will come to fruition. And then we're gonna have some information about benefits tonight, and I attended a benefits committee meeting, and you'll hear more about that soon. We do need to set a special meeting to approve superintendent goals, just because we've been working on that, and we want to make sure it's done by September 30th. So if you have an opportunity to look at your calendar, and I'm open to suggestions.
We have to have it done by the 30th, right?
Yes, we're supposed to have them approved by the 30th.
So we have, that's all next week, we have all next week, yeah.
Yeah.
That's a week away.
Yeah, it is next week.
I cannot do anything on the 26th or the 29th, but I have availability on the other days.
Tuesday night is FFAC until 6, so we could do it after that. I say that because you and I attend FFAC, so it'll be a long evening.
I guess, yeah, we're gonna come back, you 2 nights in a row. Does that work for people?
Does-
Yeah, that
does
works.
next
I'm open,
Tuesday?
yep, I'm open next Tuesday.
We-
would, at 6,
Mhm.
We could just go right into it.
we have dinner?
Maybe, we could talk, we
Maybe.
could talk about that, I'm sure.
You're not gonna feed us?
I know from
Tuesday's not good day for me.
Tuesday's not, so,
I can do Wednesday.
yeah, does Wednesday work for people?
Oh, it's just gonna be, this is just a quick.
Yeah, as long as we're all on the same
Sorry, I was
page.
thinking of our super,
Our board self-evaluation on Thursday.
Yeah.
There is gonna be snacks there. We need a quorum, because we're all gonna be in agreement,
Tuesday,
so.
correct? For Tuesday, we're still looking at Tuesday?
Yeah, we just need a quorum.
Are
of
you
27.
okay
I
with
can
that,
be here,
David?
do we have a quorum?
If it doesn't go beyond 7, I can make it happen.
Okay.
If it starts at 6.
That's,
Mhm. Yeah, I'm.
so FFAC can't go over, Cindy. Okay,
The Tuesday, the 27th.
27th at 6.
Mhm.
And it should be that's the only thing we've got going. I'm looking at Deidre because she likes to find things to tag on.
I'm just sitting here making notes.
If it's not consent agenda, don't add it. Okay. Anything else for board correspondence?
I also got to attend the football game on Friday night, which was fun. So
I
good job
s-
to the Barbs and thank you to all the staff that worked there.
I saw so many comments about our band and cheer and dance team too. They must have done a really great job, so
They
that's
did.
exciting.
We did also get a number of, a lot of great feedback from families that were in the crowd about how well, the students did, that they were really lined up and cheering for the team and, that we didn't have any issues out there. So I'm really, not that I have to say I'm proud of them, but I'm really happy that it went as well as it did. And that our protocols that we've put in place to safeguard our students and everyone else are working, so I appreciate that.
I also heard positive comments about the stands. I don't know, I don't normally attend football games like that often. So I guess like the food selection and all that stuff, they were
Good.
different, so.
And it was senior night, so, yeah, all good on.
All right. Okay, moving on to subject C, acceptance of gifts and donations. And this is a procedural, it says action, but it doesn't have to be approved, that the Board of Education accepts with gratitude the donation of $1,700 by William Feithen, I apologize if I mispronounced that name, for a memorial guitar to be purchased for the DHS band program. Thank you.
Thank you.
Item 6 is the consent agenda. And it is recommended that the Board of Education approve the consent agenda items A through G as attached. Is there a motion?
So moved.
Second.
Roll call, please.
Sarah Moses,
Yes.
Arlene Evans,
Yes.
Jeremy Olson,
Yes.
Stacy Ramirez,
Yes.
David Seymour,
Yes.
Amanda Harness.
Yes.
Samantha McDavid.
Yes. On to 7, old business, subject A, request to bid HVAC project summer 2023. This is an action item that was presented to us by Tammy Carson. It is recommended that the Board of Education approve administration to prepare project designs and go out to bid for Founders, Brooks, CRMS, and HMS HVAC projects subject to available ESSER funds. Is there a motion?
So moved. Second.
I think Ariel might have been good.
Roll call, please.
Ariel Owens,
Yes.
Jeremy Olson,
Yes.
Stacy Ramirez.
Yes.
David Seymour,
Yes.
Amanda Harness.
Yes.
Samantha McDavid.
Yes.
Sarah Moses.
Yes.
Subject B, fiscal year 2022-2023 budget adoption. And this is an action item and it's brought to us by Cindy Carpenter. It is recommended that the Board of Education adopt the fiscal year 2022-2023 budget as presented. Is there a motion?
So moved.
Second.
Roll call, please.
Jeremy Olson?
Yes.
Stacy Ramirez?
Yes.
David Seymour?
Yes.
Amanda Hartnett?
Yes.
Samantha McDavid?
Yes.
Sarah Moses?
Yes.
Ariel Owens?
Yes.
Okay, and in number 8, new business and administration, subject A, DHS overnight National FFA Convention field trip. This is informational, and Donna Larson is going to tell us more about it.
Good evening.
Good evening.
Hi, everyone. Okay, so the FFA was asking permission to do an overnight field trip. It's from October 26th, it's a Wednesday to Saturday. There's about 10 kids that are attending. It's the National FFA Convention. So it's going to be taking place in Indianapolis. So there's going to be 2 advisors that are going. They're also getting together with Sycamore and Canlan students, and they'll be taking a charter bus to Indianapolis. So that's what they were asking for permission for.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Consent to bring this back for action?
Yes.
Yes.
Thank you. Subject B, dual language assistant principals, La Cosecha Conference. This is information and action by Billy Guermo and AJ Crow.
So I'm gonna go ahead and pass the baton off to AJ, because this is in her department, but I'm here for support.
Thank you. We have the opportunity to attend La Cosecha Conference. It is a dual language conference offered in Santa Fe, New Mexico. So in the past, we sent the principals of the dual language buildings, teacher teams, K2. We have the opportunity to go in November, and by we, I mean Sonia, the multilingual lead, and assistant principals. Right now, I need to amend this because only one assistant principal has accepted the offer of wanting to go. So it'd be 2 people going. At this conference, they learn about dual language programming as administrators and how to support the building with the program. The teachers often go through like curriculum classes and teaching methodology classes. This is more to give them an idea of how the program works and how to keep it running smoothly in their buildings.
And, oh, go ahead, Jim.
I was gonna say, you guys have attended it, correct?
Yes.
Yeah.
Spoken.
I was gonna say, I thought you presented.
That's right, that's right. Okay, so it's obviously you feel it's a good investment.
Yes.
Very good.
And the funding comes from Title III funds.
Yes, ma'am.
Any other questions? Okay, and you need this moved on so that you can get the ball rolling, right?
Yes, it's in November.
All right. Do we have consent to move it to action?
Yes.
Yes.
So it is recommended that the Board of Education approve this administrator and teacher salary and benefit, oh, I'm reading the wrong thing, sorry. It is recommended that the board approve the out-of-state travel for up to 3 dual language assistant principals and the P to 5 middle multilingual leader to attend La Cosecha Conference in Santa Fe, New Mexico from November 2nd to the 5th, 2022. Is there a motion?
So moved.
Second.
Roll call, please.
Stacy Ramirez?
Yes.
David Seymour?
Yes.
Amanda Hartnett?
Yes.
Samantha McDavid?
Yes.
Sarah Moses?
Yes.
Ariel Owens?
Yes.
Jeremy Olson?
Yes.
Thank you. Subject C is Administrator and Teacher Salary Benefits Report 2021-2022. This is information and action. Teacher.
Good evening.
You.
This proposal is coming to you this evening per our public comment that was shared this evening. Yes, there's a teacher shortage everywhere, and we are definitely feeling the effects of that. So we're very fortunate when we are able to get retired teachers for the reasons that they're qualified. They have classroom management skills, they know the content, they know how to meet the needs of our students. So in doing that, we want to incentivize retired teachers to come back and provide that support in the classroom. We, myself and Cindy, worked together and then looked at what other districts have done and tried to pattern what seems to be common when it comes to that type of compensation. So what we did is we took the PCTA teacher schedule, we looked at the start of teacher pay, BA 0, and we determined that that would be a good starting point for retired teachers, and it comes out to $250 per day for long-term substitutes. A long-term assignment is anything that's 15 days or longer. Any day-to-day assignments will continue to be the same rate as non-retired teachers. Questions?
Any questions?
What item is this? I'm confused.
C.
Administrator and teacher salary benefits?
Oh, did I skip over? Did you say retired? I'm sorry.
Yes. It is. Let me see. 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 Let me see.
This is just posting benefits, or the
It
salaries,
is.
right?
I jumped down. a
Okay,
little
good.
bit.
I'm
I
like,
Oh,
apologize.
I didn't even notice, I'm so sorry.
Okay.
I apologize.
Can-
That's for both of us.
Can you come back to administrator and teacher salary benefits report? Thank you,
Just tell them
thank
a
you
little
Sarah for
anxious,
catching
right?
that, cause I was like,
I
oh
was like,
yeah.
what's that, am I?
My apologies. So, the administrator and teacher salary benefits report, this is a requirement by ISB, and we must post this on our website by October 1st of every year. It does require board approval per ISB, but it's the salary report. It does run in the arrears by a year, and that report has been prepared and we need approval for posting.
Any questions about that? Did you? Okay. Then it is recommended that the Board of Education approve this administrator and teacher salary and benefits report for 2021-2022 for website publication. Is there a motion?
So moved.
Second.
Roll call, please.
David Seymour,
Yes.
Amanda Harness.
Yes.
Samantha McDavid,
Yes.
Sarah Moses,
Yes.
Ariel Owens,
Yes.
Jeremy Olson,
Yes.
Stacy Ramirez.
Yes.
Subject D, per our, update, we need to poll. So if I could have a motion to poll subject D, DCTA letter of agreement, middle school overloads. Yeah,
Can we, you wanna pull everything at once?
I think-
yes, can I do that?
D, F, and G, right?
Yes, I would like to make a motion then to poll subjects D, DCTA letter of agreement for middle school overloads, subject F, DCTA LOA PAVE agreement, and subject G, ISB, ISU, NIU, MOU for tutoring from our, action, or from our old business agenda
Table?
to table. Is there a motion? Or I did make a motion.
So moved.
Thank you.
Second.
Roll call, please.
Amanda Harness.
Yes.
Samantha McDavid,
Yes.
Sarah Moses,
Yes.
Ariel Owens.
Yes.
Jeremy Olson,
Yes.
Stacy Ramirez.
Yes.
David Seymour.
Yes.
Thank you. All right, subject E, 2023 insurance renewal rates and plan proposal. This is information by Deidre Salas.
Okay, insurance.
Yes.
So we have with us tonight, Robert Riley. I don't know if the board has met Robert, but he is our benefits coordinator for the district. And we have our benefit consultants from DLR, Doug and Adam. I'm sorry, drew a blank again. So they are going to present the recommendations for our 2023 benefit year. There are some changes that we're excited about, and then there are some that comes with the world of benefits. So I will let them present and then we'll entertain any questions.
Thank you. Can we just stay with the fun ones? Hi, everyone.
Hello.
So, is everybody sick of COVID yet? COVID's really had an impact on not only education, but the healthcare industry. We talked about it last year, we talked about it the year before. And there's a lot of unknowns that are going on with this right now, and especially the new variants that are coming out. We kind of knew what Omicron did. These new variants are more contagious, but seem to have less inpatient hospital stays than we had before. But we're going to talk about that a little bit more when we talk about the rates. It's got a pretty big impact on medical care. Trends. Trends right now, all of the state exchanges, there are 72 insurance providers that offer coverage through the state exchange. Their rate increase for 2023 is 10%. The average for everybody in the states is 6.5%, but in your particular area, it's 5.6, which is a good thing. We have more managed care in your area now than we've had in the past. Those that have been on the board for several years know that we didn't have an HMO option at all because the local hospital wasn't in network, and so now that we do, that's definitely helped. Since we became involved with the district, the average rate increase has been 4.2. When you look at the national trend, has been 6.34. The district saved about $1 million so far. So you guys are doing great. Employees understand, or for the most part, understand the benefits the best anybody can understand. They're using, and they're staying within the Blue Cross Blue Shield network, which is actually a really good thing right now. Claims experience. Inpatient stays were up, outpatient facility charges were up, ER visits definitely have gone up during the last year with COVID. The procedures that were on hold and kind of during the lockdown are now starting to come through the pipeline. And so that's why you're seeing the outpatient and inpatient, especially surgeries now, they're getting back on track. Paid about $9.5 million in claims. I'm not really going off of the slides because I know you guys have all seen the PowerPoint, and so I'm just kind of giving you the highlights if you don't mind. One of the things that we talk about every year is the high dollar claimants. Those individuals that have claims that are in excess of $30,000 to $50,000. And the goal for insurance is to manage those large dollar claimants before they have large dollar claims. So right now, 5.1% of the membership have high dollar claims compared to 4.4 last year. We have 37 members that account for 47% of our total costs of claims. Prior year was 3.8 million spent on this group, 4.5 this year. Our highest claimant was over $650,000, and it is an ongoing case. So we take all of this into consideration when we talk about rates. Pharmacy is up 2%, which industry-wide, that's really good. I know it sounds bad, but 2% is not too bad. Specialty drugs, though, we're up 21%. Specialty drugs are gonna be all your injectables, your cancer drugs, what's that?
The ones on the commercials.
Yeah, anything you see on TV, it's not on TV because it's free. HMO, the actual enrollment increased 7.8%, which was a good thing because that helped drive down the overall cost. When you look at, if you look through your PowerPoint, you'll notice that the majority of the employees are on the PPO 750. We call it the PPO low. The medical renewal started off, and we always talk about this, you know, they always shoot for the moon. They wanted 11.9%. We knew they weren't going to get that. We ended up at 3.6. And out of all the carriers that we shopped, at the end of the day, Blue Cross Blue Shield was cheaper by a lot from where everybody else was coming in this year. Through the insurance committee, we're bringing forward 2 changes this year to the plan. One is we've had 2 PPO plans, we've had 2 HMO plans. We want to remove one of the HMO plans, the HMO of Illinois. We had 2 HMO plans, even though the benefits were exactly the same, the network was different. Okay? So Illinois plan cost quite a bit more than HMO Blue did. In the past, we had 2 members who had children that were using providers that were in the Illinois and not in the Blue. So we ran a disruption report, went back 2 years, and now they're no longer using those. Anybody that was using Illinois providers is using the same ones in the Blue, so there's no reason for people to pay $100 more for a single employee. So the recommendation is to remove Illinois.
So we would have no staff that would lose a provider because of that
No,
change?
no. They would, if they're in the HMO, they would still be in the same. So there's, yeah, that's a good point. The other issue is every year we have a request from the single employees are saying, why are we paying so much money? Why are we subsidizing those that have dependents? And the other side is you've got single parents that have children saying, we can hardly afford benefits. Why are we subsidizing the family? So we had Blue Cross Blue Shield run, instead of the 2-tier rate now, we have single family running a 4-tier rate. Employee, employee spouse, employee child, children, and family. And the insurance committee was set up to take some of their personal feelings out for just them alone and look at the district as a whole. So we would have, by making this change, we have approximately 726 employees that are insured. 568 employees would see a rate reduction, and 158 would see an increase in their premium. So, excuse me.
How much increase?
Good point. So, the range from a single employee, and again, this is hard to calculate because you've got different bargaining groups at different rates, and then you've also got the 3 different plans. So the range decrease for an employee is between $1.58 and $87 per month. Remember, getting rid of or removing Illinois really drops for that particular group. Then an employee, spouse, and children, the savings range is between $65 and $184. The increase for family is anywhere from $24.50 to $68 per pay. These are per pay period. I'm sorry, not month, per pay period. The other change is when I talked earlier about us trying to manage large dollar claimants before they become large dollar, the claims before they become large dollar claimants. Diabetes is one of the biggest issues that affects the plan. So the overwhelming majority of the employees that have diabetes that are not following the protocols that we would like for them to, getting their blood tests, staying on the insulin on a regular basis, the things that they really need to do are on the PPO 750. And that's the plan, again, that we have the majority of the employees on. So we would change the specialty copay from $60 to $40. Hopefully we're driving people through that savings to take better care of themselves. Blue Cross Blue Shield will track the data for us, so when we come back in a year, we'll know whether that was the best approach or whether there's something else that we may be able to do a little bit different to help with that group. The dental benefits, there's no change. We're in a rate guarantee, no benefit changes and no rate change. Vision, for those, again, that have been with the district a long time, we used to have IMED, and then we moved to Medical Eye Services, MES, and now IMED has purchased MES, so we're moving back to IMED. If you remember, we came to you several years ago and got away from IMED because administratively it was a nightmare. Well, they've changed their whole computer system, the tracking, and it's not the same as it was in the past. They made a lot of upgrades in the last 4 years. They've also, there's some enhancements that are involved in there. Second pair of glasses, 20%. There's a lot more online vendors that you can purchase your glasses and things from, your supplies from. The other thing, it seems the overwhelming majority want an ID card, and they can get an ID card this way. I will say up front, Admiral is big on their app that they have, and they're still working on it, but at least the ID cards, they are available. Voya is the voluntary benefits that we have in the district with Voya. Voya's come back and we're moving the plans into the next generation with no rate increase. There's quite a few enhancements to the program. They've changed some lifetime maximums. They've added 24-hour care to some of their products. Substance abuse is now covered in some of their products. The other area is EAP. And since 2020, across the United States, we've seen a big increase in our mental and nervous claims. It's just sad to say, but we really are. And that's from children all the way adults. It's just affected everybody in a whole different ballgame than we've ever seen before. The EAP that the district had was through a product, that Voya, that we no longer have. If you remember, we went to Blue Cross Blue Shield's basic life insurance that all the employees have that are covered on the plan. And the reason that we did that was because they gave us a % off of the medical rates, which is just too big a savings for us to pass up. Well, the EAP was with ComPsych. And it was included in the basic life, but at the same time, sometimes you get what you pay for. And we had a lot of complaints. There was no community resources. They didn't refer after your visits. They didn't refer to a local provider. And it's just not turned out like it needs to. And so we put together a proposal and went out, and the recommendation is with a company called Halcyon, 3 visits per 6 months, and they offer everything in the world you can think of under the sun. In fact, if you have a staff member that is in crisis, they'll actually come on site. If, God forbid, there's a shooting or something happens at school, they immediately bring counselors out, which we just didn't have any of these avenues before. They charge $1.68 to do so, and it would incorporate not just those that are on the health plan, but everybody that works at the district, because that's the important part. Basic life. We're running we're running over 200% loss ratio on the life insurance. That's the dollars that we pay in premium versus the claims that are paid out. So they came in with a pretty big rate increase this year, but again, when you add the discount that we get on the medical, it virtually makes the life insurance free. Business solvers. We use business solvers for the enrollment platform for all benefits. And this year we're going to do an active enrollment. And what that means, before we've done passive. If you didn't want to make any changes to your benefits, great, it just automatically rolled over. This year we want to do an active enrollment. There's several reasons for that. Number one, by getting rid of one of the health plans and changing the rate structure, we want to make sure everybody is aware and takes advantage of the reduced premiums. We also need people to update their beneficiaries. So if there's address changes and those things, yes, they need to come through the district, and then that would get uploaded to business solvers. But sometimes business solvers does pick things up because they'll call them and forget to call HR or payroll, and so we can have that data run both ways. Any questions?
So the EAP program, is that in addition to like mental health benefits through Blue Cross Blue Shield, or is that the
Yes.
mental health benefits?
No.
Okay.
No.
Because I was gonna say 3 visits in 6 months is.
No. So what would happen is it's for immediate intervention, let's say. So if I had a question about finances that I needed to get at, I wanted to talk to them about, or I've got a child that I'm having an issue with, I could pick the phone up and call them, and somebody would be on the phone immediately with me. Halcyon has been very good about, they'll exhaust all of the visits before they refer back into the medical plan, because that's when members pay co-pays.
Sure.
And sometimes all of a sudden they come up against a $40, $60 copay, and they're like, yeah, I don't think it's that bad. Well, maybe it is that bad. So we want them to get their first dollar bang right off the bat. That's a good question.
Any other questions? Does everyone, do we have consensus to bring this back for action with these recommended?
Thank you again.
Thank you.
Thank you. Okay.
All right, Dietrich.
You're up.
Do I have to?
We can do it for real this time.
Repeat what I said? So, long-term self-pay proposal.
Yes, that's where we're at.
I am very excited about this. This is a good opportunity for the district to hopefully be able to attract more folks into our substitute pool, but also being able to put qualified, and certified folks back in front of our students when we have the need for those long-term absences. Any questions for me?
I was ready to go on last.
You were ready? And actually, it looks like it's just information tonight.
I did bring it for information because I didn't know if there would be questions. In the proposal, it's also that we would make this retro to the beginning of the school year, so anyone that had already subbed and qualified will get retro that amount. But we wanted to make it action.
So it's just the retired subs are going from 130 to 250 a day?
Yes,
Yeah.
for long-term, 15 days or longer assignments. Mhm.
Yes, you wanna make that
Yeah.
motion?
Yeah.
Can we just vote on it now?
Yeah.
Yeah, go ahead, move it.
Yeah.
Move
I
to
move
it.
that we take
Thank
this
you.
item to action.
Second. Roll call?
Samantha McDavid,
Yes.
Sarah Moses,
Yes.
Ariel Owens,
Yes.
Jeremy Olson,
Yes.
Stacy Ernst,
Yes.
David Seymour,
Yes.
Samantha Harness.
Yes.
Okay, so now we will actually approve it, that the Board of Education would approve the long-term sub-pay proposal for retired teachers presented by Deidre Salas. Is there a motion?
Second.
Roll call?
Sarah Moses,
Yes.
Ariel Owens,
Yes.
Jeremy Olson,
Yes.
Stacy Ernst,
Yes.
David Seymour,
Yes.
Samantha Harness.
Yes.
Samantha McDavid.
Yes.
Thank you.
You're
Thank
welcome.
you. Subject I, superintendent goals, school year 2022-2023. I had just put this on here as a placeholder, but we can give a short update. We are getting near to where we're ready to approve superintendent goals. We have approved a special meeting so that we can, once we have it all finalized, we'll be able to get those approved before September 30th. Does anyone want to add anything? No?
We picked a day, right?
September
Tuesday.
27th, yes.
Okay, we're doing, oh yeah, okay, right on.
September
yes.
27 at 6 p.m.
6 p.m. All right.
No food.
No longer than 7.
Right.
Yeah, no, it's not. Okay. Subject A, let's go on to superintendent update. Subject A, superintendent report.
That's mine, right?
That's yours.
Okay, thank you. All right. Good evening, everyone. My report is gonna be quick, but very informative. So the Illinois High School Association Board of Directors met in its regularly scheduled meeting at the IHSA office in Bloomington on Monday, September 12, 2023, where the board accepted a state final hosting contract with DeKalb High School to host the IHSA Girls Badminton State Finals from 2023 to 2025.
That's exciting.
Yes, we are extremely excited for this great opportunity to showcase our facility and the DeKalb community. And we look forward to having our athletic department and our badminton coaching staff look forward to putting on a first-class tournament. I want to thank Peter Goff, our athletic director, for spearheading this and sharing this information. So, great news. I'm looking at the camera. That's why I'm my bad. Great news, right? Excited about
that's
that.
exciting.
Exciting, thank you. Next up, yesterday evening, I spent some time with the Rotary Club of DeKalb, nice group, and we had a wonderful conversation. They had questions around the work that we're doing, what our strategic plan looked like, clarification around how we use SROs, et cetera. And so we had a good, nice Q&A. One of the big asks from the Rotary Club is they would like to reconnect with the high school, which they had in previous years prior to COVID, been able to do projects. And so they're really looking to make a connection. I will reach out to Donna and team soon, but one of the suggestions I had is that perhaps Chance and her mentor, Ari, might be able to visit one of their meetings and kind of go through what possibilities might be for our board members to be able to get involved with the Rotary Club, and then also in addition, how high school students can get involved. They're very excited about that. And I'm excited about the fact that our children have an opportunity to make connections with the community and really make a difference. So, real life situations and work. So I'm excited about that. On Thursday, I'm a member of the Board of Chamber of Commerce for DeKalb. We have our meeting on Thursday, and I'll share any updates from that meeting when I get them in our weekly update. And just a reminder that on September 30th through October 2nd, a number of, all of our principals will be traveling to Dallas, Texas for Courageous Principals. This is a Friday through Sunday, so you know, we'll be able to get back to work on Monday. Courageous Principals is a free professional development program to educators across the country that is facilitated by Deloitte, and it's very prestigious. I invite everyone to take a look at that. This would be an entry set of workshops that we have been invited to and will be taking advantage of. Teachers, I'm sorry, principals and assistant principals and deans are currently working on a number of things within their professional development as we meet on a monthly basis. And the work that we're doing at Courageous Principals actually lines up to that work in our strategic plan. So excited about that. I believe one of our board members is joining us this time, correct? Yes. Yes, thank you. And that's it for me.
All right. Any questions?
Bless you.
Okay, and with that, the meeting will be adjourned. It is recommended that the Board of Education adjourn. Is there a motion?
So moved. Second.
Everyone in favor say aye.
Aye.